Good morning, everyone. Guess what? It is
Health Wednesday.
Health Wednesday, and I am here with that spectacular, beautiful, amazing Yvette.
Thank you.
Thank you. So today's an interesting topic, right? When we do Health Wednesday, we always look for something that would be interesting for all of you. So what's one simple thing that you can do today, you could even do it right after this, to reduce inflammation? And when we reduce inflammation, we reduce disease and sickness, etc.
Exactly.
So why don't you tell Jamie what
Good
we
morning.
watched yesterday
Okay,
or the other
so
day?
we were sent by someone this documentary, and the documentary was called Earthing. It's free on YouTube. And when we first started watching it, I think we thought, oh, okay, so what is this about? Now, I've heard of this before, but I don't think it wasn't, the person didn't call it this. So at first I was a little skeptical.
Yeah, I was skeptical too. I started watching the documentary. It's called Earthing. And again, we're going to post it in the comments below. But essentially, what earthing is, it's a way to reset the electrical system in your body. So we're going to give you just a tiny, because I only know so much about science, but we're going to give you a little bit of a lesson of what actually happens within our body. So we have electrons, protons, and neutrons in our body. They're in our atoms. And essentially what happens is when we are sitting in front of our computer systems, our phone, we have Wi-Fi running in our house, we have all the lights, we have the TVs, they're all emitting this energy. And what that energy does is it throws off our electrical system in our body. So if we don't do anything about that, what ends up happening is we get more inflammation in our bodies.
Yeah.
And what happens when we have inflammation?
Well, inflammation causes illness. And a lot of them, inflammation can cause chronic illness. And what Earthing is saying, they're saying, listen, for 30 minutes, try for 30 minutes. And what you're going to do is you take off your shoes and you're either standing on the dirt, on grass, or wet. It has to be wet sand. And you just stand there, sit there for 30 minutes. And your body will then become recharged. Now, we have not done it for 30 minutes, but we do try, since we've watched the documentary, to do it several times a day.
Yeah, and it sounds strange, and maybe it's just in our mind, but I do notice a difference when I go and I just stand there for a period of time. It really does feel like there's a reset. Now, again, maybe it's all in my mind. However, in the documentary, it follows a number of different people who have all different kinds of ailments, and this really helped them significantly. And that's why we're bringing it to you all today. So again, a simple way to reset that electrical system in your body is to just take off your shoes, go outside, stand on the grass, or stand on dirt, or you can do the sand at the beach, but it has to be the wet sand. It can't be dry sand. And by doing that, the energy from the earth is actually resetting the electrons in your body. And again, it's resetting all that, I wouldn't say toxic, but that energy that you're around all day by holding your phone and being on the computer, etc.
Listen, some people will think we're a little kooky, but it's not something that's going to harm you. Why not try it? Listen, there were people on the documentary who have, severe depression. There was someone with MS that she had MS for years. I have a very dear friend who has MS for a very long time. I sent it to her because I'm not asking, it's not medication. It's just
easy.
Being outside. Try it. We're in the school of thought, we will always try something once.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of science behind earthing.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Aaron Rodgers, who is the Green Bay Packers, a professional sports player, he said specifically that he added this to his daily routine and noticed a significant difference in his level of performance and ability to heal. So, sometimes by talking about people who we see in the media or athletes, and we know they're doing it, it gives it a little bit more credibility. So here's something really interesting also. This will be the last thing that we touch on here, is there are products.
Yeah.
So let's say you can't get outside. Let's say it's raining. Let's say for whatever reason you just don't want to go outside and walk around barefoot. There are products that you can get in the home. So if you sit in front of a computer all day long or at work, you can put a mat on the ground and you keep your feet on the mat, and it actually works the same as if you're grounding. Additionally, what about for the bed?
Oh yeah, we've been doing some research. There are sheets that you can put on the bed and you can ground through the night, because there are people who are saying that we haven't gotten the sheets yet, but we're in the process, that they have, had problems sleeping through the night. They would be waking up, and now with the grounding sheets, they're sleeping 10 to 12 hours.
Right.
And able to get into a deep sleep. So I'm all for trying to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, so there's one way to reduce inflammation, which is we can take medication and pills that have all these side effects that we hear on the news. Yeah, when you hear the commercial, every side effect there is. Or maybe we just give this a try and see if we notice a difference. It's a simple thing that we can do to help reduce inflammation. So any closing comments?
It's something that it's not going to harm you. So because yesterday you went out and you said you were having, some tension in your back.
Yes.
And then you stood out there for a little bit, right?
I was thinking, does this stuff really work? So I did. My back was tight because I was sitting in a weird position. And I went out, I stood on the grass without my shoes on and socks, and I sat there for about 5-10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I started moving around, and I did not feel that tension in my back. Now, again, maybe it's in my mind, but again, there's all this proof, and we're going to post the documentary that this stuff actually works. And why not do it? Like, it's the easiest thing to do. We just stand on the earth, and if you think about it, that's how it was with our ancestors. They didn't, before shoes came out, that's how they would walk around barefoot, and they would walk on the earth. So we're kind of going back to how we used to be to some extent.
I say, why not try it?
Why not try it? That's it. That's Health Wednesday. We love you. We appreciate you. Comment below if you've ever even heard of earthing. Yeah. And we're going to also put in the comments the documentary, which is free, which you can watch on YouTube. And I think you'll find it at least pretty interesting. And then tomorrow we'll be back for Thursday at 7:30. Have a great day, everyone. Love you guys.